state of Maine, we are required to notify and warn the voters of the town of Woolwich and said county qualified by law to vote in town affairs, to meet at the Woolwich Town Office at said town on Wednesday, July 19th, AE 2023 at 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Then and there, to act upon municipal Article 1, Number 1, and vote on Article 2, all said articles being set out with. Article 1, to elect a moderator to preside at said meeting.
I nominate Mike Fields to be the moderator.
I second the motion. We have to vote. Right?
Yep.
Moderator for what?
Okay.
Meeting.
Nomination is closed.
Town meeting. Okay.
We have to vote by written ballot.
It is unanimous. Everybody has voted for Michael Fox.
House vote?
All right, I don't know where you want to stand.
Right here.
Okay, perfect. I state your name.
I, Michael Field,
Do swear
do swear
that I will affirm
I will affirm
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and of this state,
and of this state,
so long as I shall continue
so long as I shall continue
a citizen thereof.
a citizen thereof.
So help me God.
So help me God.
I do swear
I do swear
or affirm
or affirm
that I will faithfully discharge,
that I will faithfully discharge
to the best of my abilities,
to the best of my abilities
the duties incumbent on me
the duties incumbent on me
as moderator
as moderator
of this meeting
of this meeting
according to the Constitution and the laws of the state. So help me God.
according to the Constitution and the laws of the state. So help me God.
All we need is your signature right here.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome. All those are able, will you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. One article to vote for tonight. Article 2, to see if the town will vote to authorize the select board or its designee to enter into a purchase and sale agreement, accept a deed, and complete whatever other documents associated in the purchase of a plot of land from Philip and Marilyn Baker, shown on the town's tax maps as map U08, lot 017, and to appropriate $80,000 from the undesignated fund balance for said purchase. Is there a motion to move the
I
article?
move that the article be accepted as read.
I second the motion.
All right. First, we'll recognize the select board. Mr. Chairman.
Last October, I counted the number of homes on this side of the road for when we were dealing with DOT and everything. And last October, there was 335 existing homes on this side of Route 1, which is a lot more than most people realize. Since then, there's been over a dozen new house lots approved by the planning board in the subdivisions. This is now the major route in and out of this side of town. We are going to be moving the Nequasit Road. It's going to shift over and come down, and it's going to go between the little water building down there and the telephone pole. And in doing so, we're going to lose some parking here. So parking is of an essence here at this building. Whenever we have a major event, when we have the Christmas thing across the street or whatever, the road clogs up pretty quickly. And with this being the major way in and out, I think it's really important that we add to the parking that the town has. A lot of what you've seen us do so far out here, the cutting of the trees, we're gonna move we have to move the septic system, the leach field and all of that. That's all being paid for with grants that we're getting. It's gonna be federal money rather than our local tax dollars paying for that. We were originally promised by DOT that if we bought a piece of land down the road, we could put in a connector road, and then they pulled the rug out from under us on that. We cannot put in that connector road. I sat out here one morning, and I counted, in a half hour's time, I counted 20 times, the 20 cars that went through that intersection. 19 of them turned left and went to Bath. One went towards Wiscasset. And I think that's pretty much standard. So I think you'll see that this road gets a lot more traffic than most people realize.
I guess all I want to say, first thing I want to do is I want to thank Philip and Marilyn. The board has been dealing with them and negotiating and discussing, and I am very pleased that we've come to a position where we have something to present to you. I want to remind the folks that approximately 20 years ago, this same property was brought before the town. It was $70,000, I believe. It was voted down. Tonight you're being asked to spend $80,000. The select board can assure you that the money is in this fund balance. It's still your money. We also, as David alluded to the piece up the road, it is our intention to put that back on the market. I don't know if you remember that 3 years ago, we bought that for around $70,000. I personally think this is a very important piece of the puzzle, this piece of property. It benefits the fire department, the town, all of our activities. And the board is unanimous on its support for the purchase. And that's all I can say.
The town of Woolwich should have owned that piece of land probably 20 years ago when we went through this. It's the only piece of land on this section of the New Boston Road that we don't own. It's probably more valuable than the other piece of land to the town than the other piece of land that we bought. I just think it's a good move for the town of Woolwich.
Yeah, and I agree with everything everyone said, and I think one other consideration is that I think it's strategically a smart move because if the town facilities, parking facilities, building facilities ever need to expand in the future, we're positioned in a much better spot to do so.
I'll now open it to the audience. When I recognize you, just please stand and state your name for the record and present your comments. Is there any comments? Seeing none? I'm sorry, yes.
Hi, Carol Rose, Western Road. I just have a couple of questions. How many parking spaces are going to be over there? Will there be lighting? What will the insurances cost to have the facility over, or the land over there if bought? And I guess my biggest thing is, I think this price of $80,000, when I got on and looked at the tax map thing, the value was $35,000. Am I correct?
You are, yeah. That's correct.
Okay,
Yeah, can I go ahead and answer?
Yes.
So Carol, you were correct. The valuation currently is $35,000. As you know, we just entered into a townwide reval. I think if everybody looks at their values of some of their homes, they realize that they're going to go up significantly. I don't know, that is not a real number to us. You know, the 70 we paid for the 1 point something acres 3 years ago, the board felt that this was a fair value, you know. So I don't know if that addresses that. As far as parking, we have no plans currently to spend any money over there. To build a parking lot or to put lighting up. What we thought was the first step was to see if we could get approval to acquire this property. This came up, a month or so ago to a final negotiation, and that's why we're here. I can't guess if there's at least 50 parking spaces.
I would think we park at least 50 cars over there, and the lot is usable for parking just as it is. All we've got to do is move the rocks off the front of it. Eventually, over time, we will probably upgrade it, maybe put some reclaim over there. I don't see us have a hot top in it, but we'll probably put some reclaim over there to make it a little more solid. And it has Dale and Tommy said, it completes this section of the road. I mean, I think it's in the best interest of the town to own that. The town is growing, it's going to continue to grow. Every time we have a town function, there's going to be more and more people here. You look out there right now, look at the parking that's out there right now. I mean, if we can get all those cars off the road, I think it's a lot safer for everyone.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm Brad Cahill, live on the Fitch Point Road. I agree with the board, and another consideration is having these cars parked on the road is the fire department. You know, if they gotta get the heck out of here, it's gonna be a lot better if cars are not on this road at all.
Yes.
Daniel Rangeli, I live up on Mercy Pond Road there. Did anybody look into it to see if the state's gonna allow you to put a parking lot in that close to their highway?
Yes, we can use it for parking lot.
Any other comment? Seeing none, the article has been moved and seconded. We will do this for a voice vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those against?
No.
The article is passed. I move that we adjourn.
Second?
Town meeting is adjourned.